हो हॉटेला ही सोनामुखी म्हणून बाजारात मेळटा पानां.
सोनामुखी
हय हे सोनामुखीचे पान. सोनामुखी हे घोडे कास्ट
हे बाजारात मेळटा.
ज्येष्ठ मध म्हणतात थोडी मराठीन, आम्ही घोडे कास्ट म्हणतात. ही काळी पासां, ही खडीसाखर, दुर्वा आणि हे अडुशाचे कोंबऱ्यो. आता ते एक खरे न्ही 2 पेले पाणी दवरून त्याचो कडो 1 पेलो करप.
म्हणजे इतला
आटोवंक जाल्यारच त्याचो यूज, ना जाल्यार तेका
ना जाल्यार काय उपेग ना.
हे न्ही थोडे हे जे आसा ते हांवें हे बारीक करून हाडला. म्हणजे गरम करून हे कुटला. कशेंय करूं येता, गुण्यान अशें झेजरूकूय येता किंवा तूं कांयच तुजे कडेन सामान ना जाल्यार मिक्सरान रावंड मारचें. हे थोडे हांवें हे केला, बारीक केला ते हांव घालता. तितून हांवें सगळें घातला. बडीशेप आसा, कोथमिरी, आमी जी घरान जे मसाले म्हणून यूज करतात ते मिरी आसा भितर ते घालूं शकता. ते सगळे मेथी, बडीशेप, मिरी हे हांवें आयटम तितून बारीक करून घातले. मागीर हांव काळी पासां घालता. ही तुळशीची केसरां, हो गवती च्या, हे हॉटेलाची 4 पानां.
ती फुलूच घालपाची.
हय ते शिजता सगळे तेजे आनी अर्क जावन मेळटा. हे जालें. आनी धवो कांदो सुद्दां तूं घालूं शकता. कोणाक कांदो नाका, उग्र वास येता मातसो, भुरगीं घेयनात जाल्यार तो कांदोय तूं न घालता करूं शकता. किंवा व्हडल्यांक जाल्यार तो कांदो उबो चिरून तो घालूं शकता. आनी ही खडीसाकर किंवा गूळ घालूं शकता.
गूळ जाय
जाय तशें.
ती खडीसाकर आता गोडसाणी खातीरूच न्ही काय ताजे
ही औषधी म्हणून आमी घालतात.
अच्छा, ते
खडीसाकरेचो एक औषधी गुण आसा म्हणून घालतात. पण आता खडीसाकर कोणाक मेळना, इमर्जन्सी हाडूं शकूंक ना जाल्यार गूळ घालून करूं. आणि दुर्वा आणि अडुसा.
आणि आता शिजवूंक दवरता.
आता तो शिजूंक दवरपाचो. तो 2 कपाचो 1 कप जालो काय तेजे पिवपाचें.
जो बरो वास सुटला एकदम. म्हणजे
आता कडो जायत आयला.
गंजनाचो वास येता चड बहुतेक.
गंजन गाळून घेवपाचो.
गाळपाचो.
आले, काळी पासां, तुळशीची केसरां, वट्टेलाव, गंजन, गोडेकाश्ट, बडीशेप, दुर्वा, अडुळसा, खडीसाकर, अळशी आणि सोनामुखी घालून तयार केल्लो काडो थंडेक खंय बरो.
अविनाश, इट्स टाइम टू टेस्ट. काकीन इतल्या मेहनतीन वचून ती भाजी काढल्या, बारीक चिरल्या आणि केल्या.
आणि त्याचा उपयोगही सांगला आमका की आसा तो.
सो पहिली मस्काची भाजी. नाईस. कळना म्हणजे अशी मस्काची म्हणजे ताका कितें बाबा कडूसाण आसा अशें कांय ना. बरी आसा.
ही आम्ही भाकऱ्या वांगडा खाऊ शकता ही भाजी किंवा राईस.
अविनाश, सुरणाची भाजी, सुरणाच्या पाल्याची भाजी इज टोटली न्यू फॉर मी. बरी जाल्या म्हणजे सोलाचो तो आगळ आसा बरो
टेस्ट येता.
म्हाका ती पालकाची अशी भाजी करतात तशी लागते ती सुरणाची भाजी.
काकी तुम्ही उदळ म्हणटिल्ले ते मातशी गुळगुळसाण येता म्हणून. म्हाका दिसता
सोला घातल्यान कमी जाता.
अविनाश, आय थिंक इट्स टाइम टू ड्रिंक काडो. अशें म्हणटा की काडो झप्प करून कोणाक पिवंक
नाका, आवडना. कडू नसता तो तसो. कडू नसता. आडू कडू तसो कांयच जायना तो. पण आता कोण नॅचरली घेवंक पळयत नात भुरगीं. काडो म्हणल्यार ना. काडो म्हणल्यारच ना.
आमी मातसो बदलून काडो म्हणटा आनी कसली तरी हर्बल टी बी म्हणल्यार न्ही लोक
घेतलो.
अविनाश, आय थिंक वी शुड टेक and stay healthy this monsoon.
Yes.
बरो आसा अविनाश.
मातसो तुरटपणा आसा ताका मातसो.
तुरटपणा आसा पण इतलो काय ना की आमी पिवू शकना अजिबात.
आणि गंजनाचो सगळ्यात चड वास
वास
आसा.
बरो.
गंजन.
म्हाका दिसता अशा पावसाच्या वातावरणान अशा गरम गरम काडो बी म्हाका दिसता च्याच्या वाटेचो इल्लो काडो घेतलो. सो काकी थँक्यू व्हेरी मच
हय.
तुम्ही तुमचो टाइम काढून आमकां दाखयले थँक्यू सो मच
आयज मँगो स्पेशल एपिसोडान आयज पळोवया की स्पेशल आसा ते वेलकम शेफ
Thank you.
वॉट्स न्यू
Well, today we are doing again a mango mousse, which is again a very, very simple recipe. We start off with the ingredients here. We have 2 egg yolks here. We have 2 tablespoons, that's around 30 grams of sugar. We have some vanilla essence. We have some mango essence. We have some gelatin, which has been dissolved in some water and kept. We have whipped cream. Yes, and we would have been needing milk or cream. Clear? All right, so let's start going. Yeah. What we do first is we take the egg yolks into a bowl, to which I add in some sugar. The egg yolk and the sugar needs to be whisked, and this goes again on a double boiler. Yeah. Fine. So here we have the egg and the sugar, which is getting cooked on a slow, gentle flame. Again on a double boiler to make sure that it does not curdle or it does not get scrambled. Yes. So you continue cooking this, and then what I do is I add in some milk to it. Now basically what we are doing is we are just making a plain custard. Now a plain custard is basically egg yolk, sugar and milk or cream. The custard powder that you buy in the market, it's the same thing, but it's a dehydrated form of the same. Yes. Right. So you can see the egg getting thickened slowly and steadily as it is getting cooked. It becomes nice and thick. So you need to cook it slowly and gently, making sure that the edges are not getting burnt or getting stuck. So this again would take some time till it becomes light and it becomes pale in. So you see the water is not actually boiling, but it's actually simmering, yeah, which is just below the boiling point.
अविनाश म्हाका दिसता डिजर्ट जे आमी आफ्टर फूड कंज्यूम करता ते खावपाक एकदम टेस्टी दिसता अशें दिसता अरे हे बेगीन जालां आसतलें आय थिंक डिजर्ट टेक मोस्ट ऑफ द टायम देन द मेन कोर्स
Yes, of course. It takes because there's a lot of setting that needs to be happening. There's a lot of chilling that needs to take place. So yes, of course, the actual cooking process hardly takes any time, but the actual setting and chilling and things like that started thickening quite a bit now. Yeah. It's very, very important that you keep on stirring it. At this point, I can add in the mango essence. Just because it's mango, I'm adding mango essence. But if it is a plain mousse, you can add vanilla essence. Yeah. Again, because essence have a very strong flavor, it's an artificial thing. Yeah. It's so they have a very, very strong flavor. So you need to be again careful with your essence, how much you use. Yeah. Again, but you're using mango pure pulp, so the essence will be slightly lesser. Okay. So now our custard is ready, which basically acts as a base for a mousse. So this is the custard which has been cooled down. Okay. The next step is let it rest for some time. Before that, what you can do is you can actually add in the gelatin. Yeah. So around 1 teaspoon of gelatin, dissolved gelatin, and then it's because it's a little warm as yet. So I leave it. The next step is basically the egg white. I've used the egg yolks here. The same egg whites I'm using here. Yes, what I need to do is I need to whip the egg whites. I start whipping the egg whites. Now, whenever you're whipping egg whites, it's important there's no water in the bowl. Otherwise, the egg whites not fluff up. Yes, fine. So I start beating the egg white, doing it by adding a little bit of sugar to it. So I take some sugar. I start adding a little sugar at a time. Again, there is sugar here. This is sweet. This already has a sweetness of its own. The whipped cream. So again, the sugar shouldn't be too much. So before you start doing anything, make sure you taste the ingredients, how sweet they are. Because with that, you come to know the overall end product, whether it was going to be the right sweetness or whether you would be needing some more sugar. So I start beating this, and you continue beating it till it's nice and I get soft peaks. As you can see, the egg whites have been nicely whipped up. You can see the soft peaks that I was speaking about. This stays here. This gets folded in last. Yeah. So we have the custard here, which is cooled down nicely. Next step is adding the mango pulp. So just add in enough mango pulp. Fold it in nicely. Mix it up nicely. And then you add in your. This is a cup full of whipped cream that I'm adding, but I'm not adding in the entire amount at one go. I will add a little at a time. you need to lighten the entire custard and make it as light as possible.
Nice.
So you see it's getting lighter and it's getting mixed nicely and thoroughly. Now this you want to set it in individual portions. You can set it as individual portions in individual glasses, depending on how many guests you have or how many members you have. Or you can make a common set in one container and then you can scoop it out. So I'll basically show you both the ways in which you can possibly do it. Right? So this is nicely mixed now. The next thing I do is I add in my folded egg whites. Yes, the egg whites go in gently. Again, you need to try and retain as much as air that has been incorporated into it. Otherwise, what's going to happen is your mousse is not going to be light and fluffy, it's going to go flat. So you see this is getting mixed lightly. Now this is the folding technique that we usually use. That's to fold in your ingredients. Alright, here, this is done now. Now it's ready to be put in the molds and set in the refrigerator. Now again here, the setting agent is gelatin as we have used. So I'll put this in the container.
How long it will take?
This would take a slightly longer time to set because you need to make sure that it's set right to the center.
Okay.
So at least 3 hours minimum.
3 hours.
Preferably if you have something, you can do it overnight.
Overnight.
Yeah. So in case you have something tomorrow, preferably try and do it overnight. Yeah. So that it has ample time to set. Okay. So I'm just pouring this into the glass. So after setting it for a good 3 to 4 hours, this is what we end up with. It's set nicely. Yep. So finished off just with 2 wedges of mango and a little mint. And there you have it. There's another way that you can present it. Just scoop it out
Scoop
with
it
a
out.
spoon and put it on a slice of mango. Yeah, with some cherries. You want to add some cherry, you can add in some cherry here and
So this was our yet another journey in search of good food and only good food.
ह्यो ज्यो आमी तुमकां भाजी दाखयल्यो आणि काडो स्पेशली तो
Seriously.
कशें असले हे कळोवपाक आमकां विसरो नाकात.
You can contact us at features@prudentmedia.in.
आता तुमकां सगळ्यांक बाय बाय.
Bite, eat and stay connected with us.
आणि एक काम करा, दर शुक्रारा सांजे 7:30 वरांचेर आणि 9:30 वरांचेर बायट इट प्रोग्राम मात्र पळोवपाक विसरो नाकात.
या फावट Bite It चुकला आसत जाल्यार log into www.prudentmedia.in. Keep watching
Prudent.